Hey everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong. We're getting into my young parlor because talking needs to happen. Is Drone Guy here? Are you Drone Guy? I guess he is. Raptor his name is, by the way. I know that. Hi. You're a lady. Ah, good, you're here. It seems like forever since we saw each other. Was your trip worthwhile? I'm guessing so. Yes, my darling, yes. I met with several contacts within my network who referred me to others in neighboring cities. Regardless of how far technology moves forward, tradition demands that some things be handled face to face. I have returned with information that will lead you to the plastic-faced man, the man who killed Raymond Black. I'm just gonna go with this. Did you? And what was it you uncovered? Raymond Black is Josephine's son? Yes, you were lied to for a long time. This explains where he went when he disappeared years ago. Seattle. You know why he disappeared? No, just that he went missing after Josephine completed the rebuilding the walled city. That was the early 30s. You realize what this means, don't you, my sweet? The inbred little goat whore was cold enough to have her own son executed. Your turn, lady. Oh yes, exactly the results I was looking for. I know the identity of the plastic-faced man. Oh, cool. His name is Li Tai Long, and he is an independent contractor, a trusted, deniable asset who handles all of Josephine Tong's more delicate operations off the books and away from the public eye. Plastic-faced man is her shadowy right hand outside of the corporation, and I know how to find him too. I've made contact with an information broker, Xiaoji, who works out of an abandoned night market in Shikip called the Xing House Court. It's not hard to find. Certainly hard to pronounce, though. Xiaoji has gained access to the plastic-faced man's complete itinerary. Where he'll be, who he'll be with, what sort of security he'll have, the works. You can use it to perform an extraction. Grab him and find out what he knows. Did you discover that? I'm just curious. It's not just his face. Li Tai Long's entire skull is synthetic. He's designed himself to be the perfect corporate operative. He's installed a unique piece of hardware. You see, it allocates and compartmentalizes client-related memories so that they can be erased upon the completion of a job. As an added security measure, this cortical implant will wipe his memory if it detects that he's been captured. Which complicates the matter of capturing him, doesn't it? So we need a way to circumvent that. Exactly. Unless you can find a way around the cortical implant, you'll have no way to extract the information he has and figure out what happened to Raymond Black. Now, I've done my part in this, my darling. You need to find a way to neutralize that device. Really? You're not gonna help us with that? I guess Isabel's probably the best one at that. I mean, she's good at weird headgear that allows you to do weird things to memory. Let's just put it at that. I know a way. I've heard of something like this before. I met someone in the Matrix who had to shirk a similar memory wipe implant once. It was a requirement for a big job, and she pulled it off. Right. Let's avoid the topic of you. I don't know if Wu is aware of that. Probably not. Keep talking. Her handle is Dreamland and I know where to find her. All we have to do is convince her to give up the secret of how she did it. Unless she's really not talking about herself. Okay. We go see that and then we grab the plastic-faced man. No matter who you choose to help you snatch this guy, I'm gonna be there when you extract information from him about Raymond. You got it, you? We should all be there. I know that I want to see this. Very good, my darlings. Now listen to me. After you get what you need from the plastic-faced man, I want you to end him. You understand? I need to send a very clear message that this is what happens when you mess with Kindly Cheng's operations, with Kindly Cheng's people. Josephine takes Nigel, I take her plastic-faced men. Once you snatch the plastic-faced men, Song will know something is happening and the events will unfold very quickly after that. You'd best close out any pressing business you have before heading to Shekip to see Xiaoji. Do you understand? Yes, endgame happens when I decide to kidnap the plastic-faced man. Got it. I'm gonna go with that. Business is business, my darling, and business has been good since you arrived. Sure it has. So I can finish the missions. Thank you for telling me. I wasn't sure this whole time if I was gonna get to or not. I will certainly do that because I do enjoy the missions and whatnot. She never wants to talk to me after she's done talking, so let's just not. Let's go talk to the peoples about the last mission and whatnot. What was the last mission? Oh, it was Gabe and whatnot. Yeah, Gambit's special mission. I wonder if she's gonna have more lessons and whatnot. I don't know. Do we want to go talk to Raktor about Russia? I'm not sure. Russia and foolish idealism. New messages? Oh, an urgent problem, you don't say. Hey, it's Bao. Is that Strangler? It is Strangler Bao. Oh my god. I was just there. Could you have not told me about it then? Let me go back. Where was I? Old messages. No, I don't want that. Jobs directory. Pending jobs. Data retrieval, restaurant job. Well, I get the feeling Strangler Bao has something for me, so let's just... I suppose we're going to take that one. Welcome to Shadowland. Search BBS for relevant keywords, why not? So many things! A decker looking for a team. Well then. For once it's not a team looking for a decker. Alright. Yellow Lotus is everywhere. Kindly Cheng is doing that apparently. Bulgari. Bloodbath. Well, it happens. Oh my god. Statistics? Less than a 7.8% chance of both rise remaining inside 10 months. Meaning one of them is going to eliminate the other. Good point, Camellia. New Harley Scorpion for sale. Is that supposed to be a motorcycle? He's trying to get money. Maybe the service. He's trying to get money for nothing. Please do not be stupid. Yeah. I didn't read all of that, but obviously he was trying to embezzle. embezzle. Codex? No, I haven't noticed. Is it a threat? That's a good question. Awesome and stupid. Good. It criticizes new software releases. That's all it does? Poetry bot. Yeah, we've heard about poetry. I mean... Oh, hey, Codex. Oh no! It is probably not real. Looking for Decker and Decker looking for team. Again? A moped? What's a moped? Moped? Give me some Nuyen. Why do you ask? Okay, that's what happened to the last one. Optional. More or less his ad. Okay. So okay. Unfortunate. So they died. Had a lab. Alright, well, that's that. Is there a pay data? No. Go back. Walk away. Do I have karma? I currently do not have karma because I put it all into drone AP. Wait, philosophy. Let's talk about that. Hi. Welcome back, my friend. Is there something that I can do for you? Quiet night in the shop, huh? Yes, a quiet night. One best suited for contemplation, planning, and visions of the future. Yes, you have a lot of those, don't you? Care to pick off? If you like. I must confess I have rather enjoyed our talks. It is good to have a sounding board to bounce ideas off of. Yeah, I've been going off of your ideas as well, so I suppose I did enjoy that. As long as it can be, I did enjoy that somewhat. In an academic sense, I'm going to go with that, yeah, because that's exactly what I just said. Glad to hear that we're on the same page. I must confess I sometimes forget how to interact with others. I am by nature a solitary creature. It is good to have a kindred spirit, someone whom I can understand on the team. I wouldn't say that I agree with you, but it's fun to argue with you. So, my friend, you had questions for me. Go ahead and ask them. Please, I will answer whatever I can. I mean, he's been with robots forever. An idiosyncrasy of mine, I suppose. When I get lost in my own head, relating to others becomes difficult. It's nothing personal, just a quirk that I occasionally struggle to hide. I mean, that... but when you come down here, we talk about things that are irrelevant to my interests. That makes it easier. In any case, thank you. Your kindness is appreciated. I want to hear the full story about Koschei, I guess. I think I asked him to give me the fast version. Yes, I had figured that you might. Tell me, have you noticed anything unusual about Koschei in the time that we have worked together? I think the game is trying to tell me that it's intelligent, but like sentient intelligent. Either that or that, and I don't know which one I want to pick. Let's not call him an animal. Yes, a good observation. Koschei would be described as semi-autonomous, though for a different reason than you might think. Waiting. His behavior is not drone-like because he is not a drone. At least not in a way that you would understand. He is a prosthesis. Your prosthesis? He isn't meant to replace anything, but he does contain a portion of me, as surely as your brain sits within your skull. We are in a way a singular entity, in two bodies, metal and flesh made one. I'm not sure you control it through the data jack. Just explain it. Koschei acts as a home for my primal animal impulses, the ID, to use Feude's structural model of the psyche. The analytical portion of my mind, the ego and superego, live on in me. They govern the ID and, by extension, Koschei's behavior. When we're on a run and I rig into Koschei, I do not command him to attack, rather I loosen my grip on his reins and allow him to kill. He wants to hunt, to dominate, to bathe himself in blood. Reproduction would also be a drive, if such a thing were possible. So, yeah, if you were killed, would he just do that? I mean, that's not him, that's Raktor's instincts. He just explained that. You don't have to ask the other one. No, my friend, of course not. Koschei is not capable of storing any part of a human mind. He simply doesn't have the capacity for it. If I were to die, he would fall dormant, the same as any other drone. One day, perhaps I will perfect him, and a part of me will live on in his chassis after the meat of my body dies. I thought that's where you were headed, honestly, because you like, you know, infinite lives, and that would be your kind of shtick, honestly. But for now, I am satisfied to live with him as a combined entity, man-machine, joined through a form of neuroparabiosis into a single being. A beautiful first step into a post-human future. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I'll go for it anyway. Well said, my friend, and the feeling is mutual. If I must associate with violent criminals, I suppose that I am happy to call them friends. I mean, you're also violent and criminal, so shut up. So, he's rigged his drones. Why? That's a good question. Why do you think we're going to beat the essence limit? That's a good question as well. I'm gonna guess this is gonna come back, so I'm gonna go with this one, but the other question is really good too. As a proof of concept, primarily, there are other advantages. Of course, I shouldn't have to explain the value of a combat drone that wants to kill. Kinda. I mean, is it really gonna kill better because it has a will? I'm not sure. I could do that. I have already shared quite a lot with you, and you haven't run off screaming. Good sign, I should think. But tell me, Simplicity, are you certain that you want to know? Some secrets are less pleasant than others. You might prefer to leave this stone unturned. I don't care. Honestly, personally, myself. I want to know. Very good. There are things that you don't know about me, my friend. Important things. Did you beat the essence barrier? That's a stupid answer. Let's go with the other thing. For one, I am not, how to put it, whole. I did guess that you didn't have full essence, but whatever. Your cyberware? Yes, but not my data jack or the headwear that you can see. I'm sporting a great deal of replacement material. You can't see it, but I assure you it's there. There was an accident, you see, a sharp accident. I barely survived it. I keep my enhancements hidden out of respect for your feelings and those of the other members of the team. Other people have found them, how to put it, unsettling in the past. Limbs and whatnot, I guess. Everything below the mid-pelvis is replacement material. That's where I was shared in half, you see. It's a miracle that I survived the experience. It was an experience, was it? My god. The blood loss alone should have killed me, but here I am alive and well, greatly improved, in point of fact. I mean, I guess, I don't know, you tell me. Did, you know, mid-pelvis is what, here? Your hands probably reach lower. Are they also mechanical? Or does that not count? I'm too curious, I guess. Saying that you're half machine then. Yes, the loss of such tissue was traumatic, to be sure, as was the damage to my sense of personal identity, but it isn't so terrible as you might imagine. By every conceivable measure, I have been improved since the time of the accident. I am more than I was before, not less. I think you lost the point of sex along the way, you know, along with your penis, or among other things. That may explain why he's like, nah, sex is disgusting. Well, you can't do it anymore. I mean, he can do oral, but that's not very pleasant for the person giving it, right? I have no idea. I've never done it. I've only received it. But I can't imagine it being particularly pleasant for the person doing it. Not sure I can. My god, I can only be negative about this. The doctors installed a stimulus generators in my brain when they repaired me. With these, I can mimic the full range of sensations that the human body is capable of producing. Really? Indeed. Well, techno-wizardry at its finest. Imagine the ramifications of such a thing, the things that you could do, the things that you could experience. The implications for operant conditioning alone are staggering. So, yes, I have lost the entire lower half of my body. The full ramifications of such a loss are obvious. But in return, I have gained so much more. At will, I can goad my brain into producing whatever sensation I wish. I can poke at the wiring of my own consciousness, and I can reroute that wiring as I see fit. I mean, what does it have to do? I mean, you know, implants are kind of like that. His essence must be pretty low at the moment. Look at me, Simplicity. I have a shred of essence left in me, and only barely at that, but I suffer none of the ill effects associated with traumatic essence loss. How can that be? A quirk of psychology, long viewed as an illness, but never properly understood, what I now understand to be an evolutionary adaptation to a post-human future. We will conquer the essence limit given time. Natural selection. Wow, eugenics. We're going back to that. Natural selection would see to it, and I am the proof. I mean, it can work on some people. What you're saying is you're going to achieve, your post-human future, but you're also going to rid the world of everybody else. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how fast you want to get there. Hopefully not very fast. How do they work? The technology is rather akin to SimSense, but considerably more powerful and flexible. Yeah, I was thinking of that actually when you were describing that. Most SimSense experiences, those found in BTL chips for example, are structured around basic narratives that provide their users with context. But if you strip away the veneer of escapist fantasy, what you have left is an extremely powerful toolkit. Right. That make the sensations. They're not programmed to order those sensations in a defined pattern to create the story, but they're there. What have you done with it? A little of this, a little of that. I have toyed with a number of my brain's basic neurochemical functions, simulating the experience of peer bonding by simulating the flow of oxytocin, for example. But I must be careful not to overstep my bounds. Reprogramming the brain is a risky endeavor, however great the temptation might be. Yeah, you need to be careful not to erase your personality or something. I wonder if he can change his own personality. I'm not sure that that's a good idea. I know of a handful of other recipients. From what I've heard, the others were all driven quite mad. To be handed control over the inner workings of one's own brain is a tremendous responsibility. Perhaps the others were less well equipped to handle it than I am, or maybe they just don't have your unique psychology.